Just general thoughts from the last weekend based on what you've seen in the film.
Well, it's obviously, we'd like to got 2 wins, but I thought our guys battled extremely hard, competed hard all weekend long, and it was great to find a way to get a win on Saturday.
How does your offensive identity kind of change as you go forward with that big pair?
Well, it's changed it quite a bit because we don't have our 2 best perimeter shooters out there right now, and so what we've got to do is we've got to just be more efficient. We've got to execute better. We got to take care of our ball better, and what we got to do is just become more efficient in what we're doing.
How do you find more scoring from the perimeter? I think Chad accounted for all the threes over the weekend.
Yeah, that's an issue, no question about it. And what we're going to do is just like I said, try to execute our stuff better, get guys shots they can make, and so we've had to adjust a little bit, and we'll continue to do that as we're playing shorthanded.
Talk about playing Nate Sherwood. It seems like he's really stepping up lately as one of your best post scorers.
Yeah, he's been good. He had a greart weekend. I thought he played extremely hard. He's shooting a good percentage as well as Ty Egbert. So I like the way both those guys are playing. As Art continues to get back better, more healthier since he's set back before the Montana game, I think you'll see him start to score his ball a little more.
What's been the most surprising thing about Ty Egbert's kind of breakout this year?
Well, I think the thing that Ty's doing is he's maturing, he's growing up, and he's figuring out what he has to do to be a good player. So I would say that's most surprising is his consistency of his production day in and day out has been the most surprising thing.
What was one of the big problems with him maybe earlier in his career? Maybe his temper, maybe his emotions. He gets down on himself too.
I wouldn't say that was the problem. I would just say it's maturity. Learning how to play at this level from a small school, adjusting to what's expected every day, and so I attribute that to his consistent practice habits are better.
After Saturday's when said that those type of games are who you guys would have to be. Can you talk about a little bit more about what about that game is who you guys would have to be?
Well, I thought we defended it really good. When you hold someone to 35% from the field, 18% from the 3-point line, you get 15 offensive rebounds. I think that has to be our identity as we're moving forward because without P and Vic as our 2 leading scorers, 37 points in our lineup, we that's got to be our identity. We got to defend it, we got to rebound it, and we got to be efficient.
So kind of a low-scoring matchup last time out. Have you guys made any adjustments going into the week as far as focusing on more offensive production?
No, not really. Again, just being a little more efficient in what we're doing is really all we can do. We're at that point of the season where there's not a whole lot you can do because of your shorter practice time. Like this week, we're practicing yesterday and today, and then we're taking tomorrow off because of the travel. So there's not a whole lot of changes you can make at this point.
Is Perry progressing on practice, doing some more stuff at all?
Yeah, he's better. He's been out of the boot a little bit. He's moving around. I still think we're looking at from this point, we're still looking at a couple more weeks before he's ready to go.
Second time around, you're part of the schedule where you're playing some teams for the second time this year. What's the difference for you guys?
Well, I don't know if there's a big difference. One thing you always get is you get to watch the opponents versus you, and so I think that's really helpful as far as preparation goes. But we know what Southern Utah and NAU does. What we got to do is do some things a little bit better in both those games than we did before. As Southern Utah is, we can't allow them to score 85 points. That's the bottom line.
So you guys have obviously played much better on the road in conference play this season than you have last year. Have you seen any kind of noticeable difference in how you guys approach traveling, getting ready for games on the road?
We haven't changed our travel routine any at all. What we've done is we've got our defense a lot better, and that's what wins on the road. I mean, you look at the games that we won on the road at Montana, hold them to 35% of their home court. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's been our defense and rebounding that's got it done on the road this year.
You guys are playing Southern Utah and Northern Arizona the second time. Anything maybe stick out from that last time you guys faced Southern Utah specifically?
From Southern Utah's game, they drove us a lot. We prepared for that, and this game we're expecting them to do the same thing, so we're preparing that again and trying to adjust to how they attacked us and trying to work on how we take that away from them.
Yeah, it seems like you guys are a pretty good defensive team when it comes to guarding the paint. And, was there anything they were doing specifically in that game that you guys are going to see on film that you guys might adjust?
We expect them to do the same thing they did last time, just drive their ball some more.
So with Southern Utah, a close loss here at home is one you guys really kind of want to get back, like that one kind of got away.
Yeah, right after we got done playing our last game, we all came in the locker room and coach said, right, we're on to our next one, and we all came together and said we owe them one. They came in here and stole one from us, so we got to go down there and take it back.
Now, how are you adjusting to a bigger offensive role? You know, the plan will be to, you know, post you up and just throw it to you and let you kind of go to work. Are you adjusting to that?
It's not really adjusting. I just, from high school, I was kind of used to it, but going from being able to be the guy the team relied on to just being a role guy, now it's just not really an adjustment. think I finally got used to playing at the college level and getting more used to all the physicality and all that stuff.
Was getting used to the physicality, was that a hurdle for you defensively too?
Yeah, at the beginning, because right when I first got here, I was skin and bone, and I was playing against Kyle Barone and Wendell Faines, guys who had 20, 30 pounds on me, and that really was one of the things that made me realize that I had to add more weight and get more physical on defense to be able to be a major key on our defense.
Was shot blocking something that you worked on in the off season? Is that something you pride yourself on right now?
No, it's just something that I've been able to do. Really haven't put much work into it.
Mentally, what did finally getting a win without Vic, without Carrion do? You had a couple close losses, finally got a win. What does that do for you?
It's a huge boost to us, just knowing that, excuse me, that we can be able to do what our coaches want us to do with some of the people who are doing the majority of our scoring, and we can actually get down and do it ourselves.